So what do we got here, Trent? A lot of familiar faces on the side of Secret, but Drow Ranger and now a TA for Ori on the side of Vici. Are you with the panel? Do you think this is going to be a Secret game, or do you have some faith in Vici gaming?
I understand all of their choices. I think it makes a lot of sense. Like, I've seen several players tweeting, being all like, I think Screen was one of those notable ones I saw. Screen Dota 2, he's like, how are these TVs being picked in the first phase? And then it feels like there's no heroes that counter them. That seems to be the case, right? So I guess the whole idea is that rather than countering the TV specifically and thinking of like those big hero counters, it's more about how the game's supposed to go if TV's going to win. So you just try and like run down this game. Don't allow the TV to have his way with your team. And yeah, see if you can just crush the lanes. But I think TA it's a bit of an unusual Drow partner by its very nature, right? Because it's like TA kind of already has damage. I find when you're picking Drow, the heroes that feel best, of course, have like maybe a good attack speed or something like that. Then that damage buff really makes a big difference. TA, it's like, okay, cool, more damage. I don't know. It's not that common of a hero for a reason.
Yeah, that's true. It's not the same as some of those mids where you think, wow, that extra damage gives you like a Medusa or something where it's just turns into a bully. TA does really like having an Ogre on her side, though. Having that Bloodlust is definitely something good for the mid-game. We saw some really good Shadow Shaman games yesterday, mostly MSS. That's what's coming to fresh on my mind.
Hard not to...
So high expectations for Fade here, but we've seen how effective the Shadow Shaman can be in breaking up these fights and then securing objectives with those Mass Serpent wards, even just securing farm in that really delicate stage for your cores. Down bottom, Zai going to get pushed back right away as Fade and DY cut this lane. Kill one of the Treants. These are adorable little Treants, by the way.
He went fishing. The old the chest for that one. That's a rare one.
Yep. And up top, Telekinesis back onto Paparazzi is very likely to be our first blood here, and that'll do it. Yapzor finding credit on the Rubik, but first Metamorphosis from Nisha yields a kill.
This is the one of the versions of the Drow strats where it feels like the Drow just gets 100% sacked, right?
Yeah.
You kind of go to the jungle eventually and work your way from there. But now they'll get the lane matchups they likely wanted in the first place. However, because they are the first movers on the side of VG, and in Dota, there's not actually a first mover's advantage because now you can just TP over there if you want with all the heroes from Secret and go right back to that same matchup.
Well, mid lane, Yapzor maybe looking for a rotation, but not going to find any kind of opening on Ori for a kill attempt. Axe Terrorblade going to commit here now up against the Weaver, as you were mentioning.
I mean, this is obviously a lot better, right?
Yeah.
A Weaver in this situation is very survivable, but you can't really do anything versus Battle Hunter. That's the frustrating thing. Wow, he actually gets the call, too. Some extra damage on the board.
Yeah, he's going to be in a lot of trouble here. This will be another kill for Secret.
The greed. Ooh. Poppy. That was pretty sick. I think he had just gotten level 2, too. Or at least he just took the skill point right when he saw that moment, too. So, impressive stuff from the old Pupster.
Yeah, for sure. Great start for Secret.
He's the walk, too. His TP still in CD for Yang. So this, getting crushed in the lanes doesn't really look like an issue at the moment.
Yeah, that's for sure. Drow definitely have a better time down bottom up against the Zai, Nature's Prophet. He's going to have an Ogre to keep him safe, though. Treant's very annoying. I guess Ogre is one of few supports very well suited to deal with that harassment, especially since he's got the Stout Shield picked up.
Oh boy, DY. Run into a hasted Rubik, but luckily you're an Ogre, so life's good.
And it's only a level 1 Rubik, so minimal threat here.
Already about 1K behind, 2.5 minutes in. Not what you're looking for from the situation. If there's one here to salvage this, it's probably going to be coming from Ori, right? It's matchup versus Zeus. He's hoping that he can do very well in the lane and then move right into the Ancients. Certainly hope to not die. He's got refractions here. Yeah, playing a bit with fire with that Mango.
He'll be okay. How is this mid matchup supposed to go? Right now, it's very even. Zeus with a very small edge, 1 additional CS, 1 additional deny.
I definitely get to the point where the traps is a big turning point, right? I mean, that's every TA matchup in the end. Zeus is particularly annoying compared to most of these int heroes that you think about like TA being really good against just because he can just constantly keep poking and prodding you and dealing with your refractions. But overall, Ori's going to have the better time.
Okay, and now it is starting to turn. Mid one actually pretty low. Potential for a kill, but gets into fog in time. There's the salve. He'll get picked right back up. Now back up top. Puppy thinking about another Berserker's Call there on the Weaver. Not going to use it that time.
Drow is 9-4 since rotating the bottom lane versus that TV right at the top, 17-4. Nisha, I mean, this guy, Morphling Terrorblade, those are the 2 heroes. So seeing him back on the TV certainly gives me some concerns for old VG.
Yeah, definitely a comfort pick. Lanes favoring Secret, not just because of the kills, but CS certainly in their favor. No, Paparazzi's hanging in there. If this Drow's not dying, I think that's considered a victory to some degree in the first couple levels.
Yeah, we've talked about like winning the lanes for Vici and how that can go well though, and things can snowball out of control very quickly with his Nature's Prophet though. Like he can just TP into any situations and just create an imbalance in lanes. He already has the TP skilled up, so if like Puppy finds a moment with Fade here, you might just see Zai rotate in and create a kill opportunity. Puppy's probably trying to get to this wave here.
Yep, looks like it. He'll be successful in that endeavor. Still 45 seconds until bounties come out.
Actually, he's just making sure they can't pull because they got the block off, but there's no spawn, so I'm guessing he just body blocked that, and so that's why he doesn't need to grab the wave, because it's still going to push all its way back to Nisha.
Okay. Things very calm in this laning stage now. Minimal rotations as everyone feels pretty comfortable. Zai going to head back to his bottom lane, and Zeus just going to TP right back mid after getting topped off in the well. Yang going to get caught by Puppy up top by another Berserker's Call. Now the shackles from Fade will slow down Nisha. Yang going to have a Shikuchi in just a couple of seconds here. I don't think Puppy's going to have the damage. Still doing a great job repelling that Weaver.
And I saved Fade, but in the end, they're still shoving him way off the lane. And the courier's actually coming through. It's right past Nisha. Thankfully, he doesn't get to it in time, as there's also the bounty rune fights on the bottom lane, but Nisha just waddles over in meta form and takes it.
Well, Bounty is much favoring Secret here, though. Now Puppy in some trouble. Fade with shackles. They don't have the damage. Instead, they turn it the other way. Fade goes down. Yang will go blow for blow with Nisha, but not going to win that battle against the Metamorphosis. Down bottom now, Paparazzi, telekinesis pulled back and brought down 4-0. As Secret further their advantage. They've already picked up 3 bounty runes, and there's actually one still standing up top, so that'll be 4 bounties going the way of Secret.
Paparazzi was just starting to get back on the cusp of recovery, too. He goes down like that, but at the very least he still has his TP, so he'll be back to the lane. But all those bounties, it doubles the lead now. 6 minutes.
Yeah.
They're still on that same pace. Now 2K. Yeah. And mid one, he had to run all the way home, TP back in, sure. Kind of expecting this matchup, and again, you can see how far back he's playing because it's against a TA and he's worried about the traps, but at least he didn't die. I mean, we know he was very close.
Yeah, he's a full level behind in experience now. He does have this creep wave coming in, so that'll help level things out a little bit. We'll go back up top, though. Terrorblade caught by a shackle. They just don't have the damage. It's level 4 Weaver not able to follow up for a kill, despite the other shot coming through.
So many heroes you'd be able to get that on, but that high armor.
Now down bottom again, Paparazzi, Drow Ranger not equipped to deal with this duo. Even the ultimate from Zeus coming out secures the kill for Zai. Now DY trying to put some counter pressure back in. Sprout gonna block his way, but the Ogre still finds a path into the tree line.
Oh, he actually had no tangos. He could have gone for the body Sprout.
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, either way, they get the kill on the Drow Ranger.
Mid lane.
Dive past the tower. Yeah, that'll be the first death for the Zeus.
I think, yeah, someone just used the TP. Yeah, but yeah, they used TP and lost it too.
Or are they going to kill this Ogre down bottom now?
He's
they
not
get
making
the Sprout.
the same mistake again.
Yapzor wants to commit for it, but they can't quite get there. 60 HP, Ogre.
Doesn't really matter. This is the catapult
back.
wave. This is still totally worth it even if you don't get the kill.
They're going to keep that catapult alive, though it's low. Drow does not have boots, by the way. She's got the Aquila, got another Wraith Band, but every time she gets telekinesis like that, just no getaway. Now back towards mid. Puppy making the rotation, looking for a Berserker's Call, but walks on top of a trap. That'll slow him down, and Ori will be just fine.
Continuing to use these Treants, keep that catapult up, but it won't be enough to finish off the tower. They will eventually retreat there.
A lot of nice damage on that tower here. Right now, TA really the only one having a good lane set up for Vici.
Yeah, she is the best in the game, but you know that pressure's going to start coming her way. Another great trap to stop Puppy's advance. Zai comes through too.
Yeah, Puppy getting low, but Zai on the backside. There's the ultimate. It'll bring down Fade and Ori dropping low. They've gone 1 for 1 in the TA without refraction. Will have no way to survive. A double for the Nature's Prophet. That's the power of that global presence in the teleportation. Easy turnaround, baby.
Yeah, I gotta say things are not looking all too hot for the strats of Vici. Yeah. You don't want to say, I don't know, you just look at like what their game plan and how it feels like it had to go, and it just looks so bad at the current moment. All that can change, though. I mean, we're just thinking if they just keep performing the way they are from Secret, how good this game's going to look for them, but maybe Vici will find their way here. But again, it's just pressure from a hasted Prophet.
Be okay. This Drow just has absolutely no space. Soon to be level 6. Finally picked up her boots. I guess when Shadow Shaman gets his ultimate, he just hit level 5. That could be a potential turning point. Maybe find some kills, get some objectives. This mid-tier 1, already below half HP, it could be a target for Vici.
Yeah, but if your general game plan isn't going too well and you have a Shadow Shaman in your team, it gets in this weird issue of just like playing from behind, right? We talked about that yesterday with MSS, but Puppy, maybe they can find something, that bonus armor.
They have the damage though. TA certainly does it. They'll turn it back onto Fade as Zai once again joins the party mid. Ori trying to pursue onto mid one. He does have some bottle charges. Turns, drops some burst damage, but now Yang making the rotation. Ori will live, so they'll go 1 for 1 in the mid. This is making some nice space for Nisha up top on that terrible. Meanwhile, down bottom,
same as Paparazzi,
Rubik, he's going to get pushed back, although a lot of return damage, and he's got a friend. It's Zai. You've got a friend in me, pal, and can he turn this around for a twofer? There's one. Paparazzi already down. DY looks like he'll make it back to the tower. One step forward for Vici, and Secret's right there with the response.
Puppy trying to get himself move forward here with some jungling with the treants. Probably can actually get into some gold for himself too. Get a blink dagger. Things look very dangerous.
Looks like TA now going to be the next target. Telekinesis into the taunt, trying to pull him up to the high ground. Now back down bottom. Looks like Zai will get finished off. However, he does get the tower. It's a big streak going to Paparazzi. It's going to be about 500 gold.
So he fully commits for that tower, but bringing Yang down, we have Paparazzi down here, and then as well as DY who's just running home. That means, oh, where's Nisha? Not only is he free farming top, he's still getting both bounties top. Yeah. This guy completely has the top half of the map to himself.
Doesn't knock down the tower yet either. YapzOr, is he going to get dove by Yang? Looks like he will. The Weaver, is it going to be a kill? Looks like it won't. He's going to be forced back.
Oh, he's
low
so
on
close.
mana, and mid one will just rotate and zap him down.
Oh, bug zapper.
Yep, did not quite have enough mana.
And look
for
at
the time
YapzOr
lapse
too.
there.
Just gets 6 now. Like, you can't come back to it, right? It's this Weaver. At least once he gets some HP and some mana rolling, it's going to be very difficult to deal with this Rubik versus the Shukuchi.
Feels very good to have Shukuchi as your kit with Rubik. Fade does just turn level 6 here, so Rost Awards will be available. Ogre cancels his TP. That'll be the end of it.
Hey, they even bring a sentry here. Let's see if any wraparound plays.
There's the Metamorphosis used by Nisha. Seems Secret want to take this tower objective and open up this dire jungle.
Scanning too, like they're kind of wondering, like, where are they? Are they not contesting this? Because this looks pretty free at the moment.
Yep.
TV, Prophet, Catapult as well. I kind of agree with Vici in the sense that there's no way.
I don't
They
think
even check with the Zeus ult, because I think they're in a little bit of disbelief right now.
Yeah. But I agree with you. I don't think Vici are in a position to really mount a defense. Sure, you could use the Rost Awards for that, but I think in some ways you really want to use those for a more aggressive objective. Mid one also going to luck his way into a D ward there as he heads across the river.
So now the question becomes, where do you go for Secret? Do you just want to like force all the rotations top? It looks like it's going to be coming up here anyway. Even without committing to the tier 2, they still bring up the Drow, the Ogres here, the TA. It's only Yang and the dead part of the map. Pushing away.
They will smoke up. Ori is very close to his Blink Dagger, so a timing where he does not want to die. Zai might be the one that gets initiated on. Ignite flies out first. Paparazzi trying to close the gap. Will connect with some Frost Arrows. Zai with the Sprout, TP.
Stun?
It'll be successful.
Stun?
Ogre, where were you, pal? He had a Fire Blast. Well, Zai gets a freebie that time. And he's going to head right back down bottom. He says, hey there, Yang. I see you don't have any tangos. That'll be a forced time lapse right into Puppy, who was ready and waiting. He misses the dunk, but they still get the kill, and it goes to the Puppy.
So they had no way to get vision inside the spread, I guess, right? I thought, like, that's where you drop the ward, right? That's one of those plays.
I guess
always
so,
feel like, but
yeah.
I think he was just too body blocked by the treant to get close enough to ward and then stun, so he just didn't opt for it.
Yeah, that's one of those. From our perspective, it looks so obvious, but
I mean,
Gerard
Gerard Quelling Blade too, though, so I don't know. Something went down there.
Yeah.
We'll let the replays handle that one.
Mid lane, Ori gets pulled back, manages to get off the refraction. That mitigates some damage, but Puppy and Zai in the back line. The Courier gets finished off by Zai, and now they find the Shadow Shaman under the tower. He manages to get the wards down, but he will go down. Zai falls to the right clicks of Paparazzi. Now Puppy trying to TP, and he makes it just in the nick of time.
Okay, somewhat of a defense there. I mean, you lose your Courier, but that's okay. It is still going to go your way in terms of the overall goals because you're so far behind.
But Rost Awards used defensively and not ideal. However, I think it was worth it. They will get this tower. Nice deny from YapzOr.
Man, this guy.
Secret just getting everything they want out of it.
First, 2 heroes silence.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, he gets the ward down, but...
This looks pretty good for Vici.
Can they grab this? We're going to dive the tower. Mid one taking a lot of damage, but Ori can't commit past it.
Rubik has the bugs, too.
DY, he's going to be the one that gets left behind. Their poor level 5 Ogre. He does have some stick charges here. Hellbear Smasher's not going to help him out. And Puppy will drop the decapitation. 5K net worth lead here, Trent, at about 14 minutes.
And they just dropped that ward too from the ogre and just got instantly dewarded.
Dewarded immediately.
Well, that felt like a lot to give up for a tier 1 mid.
Yes.
But I can understand the thoughts on the dive there, so. They really want to make use of this blink dagger from Ori.
What's Zai working on here? Is this going to be a Crimson Guard?
Zai? Yeah, seems that way.
Okay.
I mean, it's physical damage, Drow strat.
Yeah.
Your Axe doesn't want to build it because he wants Blink eventually. He's going to go for the Puppy Classic Buckler.
Well, they pull Ori back. The bugs get deployed again. No follow-up. Yeah, it's an atypical item on the Nature's Prophet, but absolutely incredible against this Vici lineup. And if your Axe is going to be able to farm it, who else is there to buy it, really? Certainly not going to be your Zeus. Fade up top. He'll TP home.
Man, Puppy loves Buckler. This guy just can't get enough of it. I was kind of half joking when I saw him at the chainmail. It's like maybe he's feeling really greedy and getting a blade mail, but nah, he's good. Again, it's a Drow strat. It's all physical based. The highest magic damage they have is coming from an ogre who's going to be very underleveled the whole game.
I guess Ether Shock. That's like their only other magic.
And it's just like, Stolen Refractions here from Yapzor.
He's going to get pulled back. This combo. Puppy does get silenced, but they'll go ahead and use the Thunder God's Wrath. Limited options for Paparazzi here as he gets finished off. It ends up being a double kill for mid one as Yang also ends up in the group.
Just another Yapzor Rubik game. The other core for Secret already has his Yules just roaming across this map. He has the extra Windlace too.
He really is.
Classic
He's
build.
the same net worth as the Weaver right now. He truly has turned into a core Rubik. They've got 2 3s and a 6.
Yeah. It's just the way that Zai feels comfortable playing, and so does Yapzor. So, I mean, this guy's like level 9 on his Axe. That's also an ogre support, you know?
It's Yapzor with the Stolen Silence, drops it onto the TA, though she does manage to blink out DY. He'll be the one left behind. Dual Scepter right into the Sprout. This poor ogre. This poor ogre.
He can't even get off the fire pass because Yapzor uses Meld. Ah, how disappointing.
Yeah. Desolator going to be up next for the TA. 1 Mithril Hammer to go. Certainly an item that Vici can try to fight around. Drow now looking for a Shadow Blade since she has picked up her Dragonlance. But the big breadwinner is, of course, this Terror Blade. Nisha already with a Manta at 16 minutes, 8,200 net worth. He is having an amazing game so far.
I don't know how they kill him.
He has 160 CS at 16 minutes. That's going to be a free tower. No glyph. Down she goes.
This is actually such a good Manta game. Like, between the Silence of the Drow Ranger and just dodging out, like, Meld Strikes or something.
Uh-oh, Paparazzi, he could be in some trouble here. DY gets destroyed. They just kind of walk into Nisha, and now Zai, he teleports into the background. Now the TA, counter-initiating. Zai will try to TP out. It's going to be close, and he won't make it.
Oh, Stolen Snakes!
As Fade also gets brought down.
Wait, where did he snake?
He must
have
the
killed the
up
tower.
top.
Okay, I was going to say, during all of that. That's rough, though, to then give it right back.
Yeah, that's a huge
Yapzor
steal.
They could Rosh, I think, with that. That's probably how I'd want to play it.
And he could, if he uses it really soon, you could potentially get double snakes off, but I don't know if he'll hold it for that long.
Yeah, I think everyone's just a little low on resources to go for it. And, I mean, they can go for a tier 2 or for the Rosh. Either one's fine.
Could also hang on to it, stack the Ancients, and use it as a farming tool, but looks like
the
Terror
MSS
Blade is just going to
strat.
kill the Ancients.
Yeah.
So that
Oh my god, you have to blink now too. Blink Yules, 17.5 minutes.
yeah, he has now surpassed the farm of the Drow Ranger and the Weaver.
I mean, it's just crazy because it's not just the goal, but like these levels too, right? Both supports are level 11 right now for the Radiant.
And for the Dire, it's a level 6 Ogre and a level 10 Rasta. Level 6 Ogre. He's 4 levels behind the Ogre Life. This is beyond the Ogre Life, Trent.
Paparazzi's alone while they're going to find Puppy in the jungle, so at least they get something going their way, but
Yep.
Paparazzi is able to survive. So there you go.
Pretty okay with that, though. Of all their heroes to intercept a gank like that, Puppy circles it. Just to make sure everybody knows the jungle has been invaded.
This is where I die.
Zeus looking for his Aghanim Scepter, following his Yules. Scepter boys.
No real rush here for Team Secret.
Yeah.
Where do you really have to go, right?
Maybe a Roshan. I think a little vacation into the pit could definitely be warranted.
I think the only concern about Roche would be snakes. That's a good pickoff, though.
Zai, he's just going to TP home. No way to get into the Sprout.
Oh.
Oh, there it is. Fade. They cut it down in time. How did they cut down that tree? Oh, there's a Quelling Blade on the Shadow Shaman.
I don't think he got there in time, though. I'm pretty sure he just, the tree's faded and he cut the Hex off. He's just spamming Hex, pretty sure.
No, he cut one of the trees.
Oh.
The tree disappeared.
I got you. He
Singleton.
used the Quelling Blade with his,
and then
his Aether Lens. Well, that's what I was wondering, because I was like, he was definitely not close enough to Quelling Blade. And I was like, oh, yeah, right, Aether.
If you
that
bounce
makes
over
way
it,
more
you
sense.
see how far he can chop with that axe. It's pretty impressive.
But yeah,
Cute
there's the
little
Stolen
synergy.
Snakes. There's Roche. No real chance of fighting this. They just don't have, like, Roshan combat heroes for Vici. Sure, they could take Roche themselves, theoretically, had they been leading. That would be great.
Absolutely.
But the only thing they could feasibly have would be snakes. Maybe to dump in the pit to fight the end of the team.
And obviously, TA, great in terms of controlling Roshan, but I think you're absolutely right. There's no way to really contest once Secret are already committed to the pit. See a rotation down bottom. DY going to be left behind again. Sprout into telekinesis. The big boy is looking like he'll go down. Meanwhile, up top, TA and Terrorblade. Looks like they'll just part ways.
Nisha's holding his high ground against the Drow.
Hey, bumps into Paparazzi. I think this could be rough for Nisha. Maybe a Sunder could go off here, and there it is. Ori gets brought down to about 15% HP, and that'll be a Zeus ult to finish him off. Now the rotations inbound fade very low on the back line. They'll use the dust. Looking to pursue. Bounty Rune does go the way of Vici, a small pick-me-up, but Zeus doing a lot of damage from the low ground. Fade goes down first. Paparazzi next.
Floor, perhaps.
Yeah, it's a bloodbath.
They're done.
It's a triple kill for Nisha.
I mean, that just looked like a lack of communication or something. This TA just runs face first into a TV. It just, I mean, what do you think's happened?
It's a little awkward, yeah.
I assume TA thought that the Shaman was either saying like, I have Hex, I'm close, I Hex, or something, but
I mean, it was a good
clearly
silence
he
from the
didn't Hex.
Drow.
Yeah, but the silence was over.
I know, there was like a little window where if TA was closer, it would have made sense, but it was just not choreographed properly. And now Secret will be able to continue tightening their grasp on this game. They force out the glyph on the tier 2, and they'll continue to siege. Metamorphosis up in 35. Of course, still the Aegis of the Immortal in the hands of the Terrorblade.
There's still some time here. Ori just needs one of these crazy fights. The Death on the blink, but he knows he's been scouted out here if he gets hit by the Nature's Prophet ult.
They're going to try to take this fight, though. Now the initiation forward. They bring down the Ogre straight away. Snakes do come down from the Rasta. Yapzor in the back line gets finished off by Yang, but mid one trying to do some return damage to maybe find a kill. Nisha with another great Sunder onto Yang. That'll bring the Weaver down low. Mid one misses the zap, but they finish him off nonetheless. Now Axe in some trouble, getting locked down by the shackles as Ori lays in, and Paparazzi actually doing a lot from the low ground will finish off Zai. Secret will
Ori,
start to clean this up.
He spotted on the high ground from the Zeus.
Still a 3 for 3. All things considered, not bad for Vici. I think it was actually a 3 for 4. The Ogres respawn. Can they get more though? Nisha is continuing the assault with the Aegis. No more Sunder, but Paparazzi stuck next to the shrine with the Sprout from Zai. It'll be an ultra kill from Nisha.
That's a 5-man wipe.
A full 5-man wipe. All right. Now, searching for that silver lining for Vici, but I'm really having trouble finding it.
I really think they had to take that fight, honestly. I do think it was the correct choice.
For sure.
They played around the Snakes pretty well, but like Yang dove a little bit too deep getting the kill on the Rubik, and then he just gets sundered and dies. So that ended up being one of the issues.
I mean, Paparazzi actually did a lot of damage.
He did. He had a good fight.
His item, but he's trying to get that Aghanim Scepter. His item's a little bit all over the place right now.
I think he knows that's like the only way they like keep this game.
Might have tried to buy out before dying.
It's the we're probably gonna get at least one laner axe lost here soon, guys. I gotta be the Tesla Drow. And yeah, there's your replay there. But like, I like this, right? They're setting up, they're like, okay, guys, this is a pretty good spot. We know where they all are. There's some sentries down in our favor. We have to try and take this fight. So they try and target down Yapzor first, but that Crimson Guard already doing tons of work. Unusual for an Nature's Prophet, sure, but great in this game. And then you see Yang in the back. Like, look, they actually have that control there on Nisha. It looks good, then boom. Yang, right after the time lapse, gets sundered, and it's like, oh, well, what can you do?
I think Fade also played this fight really well on the roster.
He did.
He got a lot of full duration shackles off, and that's what sets up this kill on Puppy.
He kind of put himself in between Ori and Paparazzi. Like, he's two big damage dealers, and he's just hoping to get some control through hexes and shackles, but clearly not enough in the end. They're just a little bit too far behind.
It was a little bit of a heartbreaker for Ori as well. He had a good idea to try to escape on that little ledge, but course, the vision was there. Now up top, Ori will be wrapped around on Hex from Fade. He gets down the roster board, but he gets Yule straight away. Yapzor for Paparazzi as Nisha finds a kill on the other side. Ori finally gets brought down by the Thunder God's Wrath, and now Fade on the run will have nowhere to go as Nisha says, hey, bud, yeah, I'm coming from your side of the map. 1 for 3.
Nisha like ran in Paparazzi in the jungle.
Yeah.
They kind of just agreed to farm and go their separate ways, but obviously then Nisha came back and killed him during all of that. This
Last outer tower about to be turned to rubble for Vici, I think.
Well, not the way you want your upper bracket series to start, I don't think, for old Vici Gaming.
We really hyped this up like one of the more even series we're going to see today, and this is one of the more one-sided games I think you and I have covered so far this event.
I think this is just the nature of this is a game where you tried to address the strategy, but not like one of these heroes. Like they essentially said, okay, we're gonna give Nisha this Terrorblade game. Now the two lanes are supposedly gonna crush, I guess was the thought.
Seems like it.
They obviously did not.
There is some merit to that idea of let's just play a different tempo that Terrorblade doesn't really want to match up against. He comes online so early. I mean, they had the first blood in the first wave spawn.
It's a pretty thin window.
Yeah. BKB from Yang, that'll keep him alive this time. But that's your 10-second BKB charge to basically just walk back to the base. Far from ideal as, again, all 4 bounties go the way of Secret. No surprise at this stage as, well, Vici have pretty limited map control. I don't know if they even have a single ward down on the map right now.
They just keep losing them almost instantly.
Yeah.
Mid one.
Very difficult against the Zeus. Of course, Secret with incredible vision right now, very deep in enemy territory, just waiting for these opportunities to hunt. They know Vici have to come out of the base, and there's the Zeus ult for some reveal. They find the Shadow Shaman. This will be another freebie for Secret as his team heads back to friendly territory. Nisha walks by Yang. Will turn, maybe try to do some damage here, but
I love this build from Puppy too. He knows Yapzor got this really early blink duels, and he's just like, yeah, I don't really need blink. It's cool. Get a full solar crest, get a buckler. Help us do Roche if it comes back around a second time if the game happens to still be going by then. But
I mean, he hasn't had any trouble getting off these Berserkers' calls.
No,
I totally agree with the build.
He has the vision coming in from the Zeus, and then just the reach of the Nature's Prophet and the Rubik. So we can just like TP straight ahead and throw down a Sprout, which have been very successful this whole game. And
It's not
a beefy TB.
It's not a support duo you normally think of, Axe, Rubik, but they've got a lot of synergy. Telekinesis right in Berserker's Call is
It's
very
very
scary.
team secret for sure. It's
But you definitely see the synergy there. Zai going for this aura-based build. He's now picked up the Vlads, and he'll have a Shiva's Guard queued up next. Really like the way he's itemized this Nature's Prophet this game. Again, atypical, but makes a lot of sense here.
Yeah, one of the better parts about this hero, he can just build anything, honestly.
Yeah, very versatile. That's a good point. Nisha walks up to the high ground with the Metamorphosis. He's pretty stacked, like you said.
They're gonna
Butterfly,
try the
Scotty,
wrap.
smoke play.
Puppy's ready for it, though. He's just throwing his body at him.
Yep. Way to intercept it there, Puppy. Gets hexed. Ori uses the BKB, and now the Cavalry going to come and intercept this fight. Paparazzi will just get brought down by Nisha, and down bottom, Zai's just doing the old split push. DY getting caught by some snowballs now. Nisha getting kited a little bit. Ori does not have a BKB here, but Yang does. Mid one, taking a lot of damage, but does survive. Going to sip up that bottle. Yang will not be able to finish him off. Nisha has the reach, and now they're going to jump onto this Templar Assassin. Yapzor with the stolen Hex will make it an easy fight. They do kill Zai down bottom, but the GG is called, and not a moment too soon.
Yeah. Zai found himself
in the middle of a bit of support spot. Obviously, they're there to help in the real fight. So
never a moment when Secret was not handily in control of this game. Like you said, sort of the nature of the Drow TA strat, right? It's going to be boom or bust. You're either going to dominate the lanes and run over them, or you're probably going to get run over yourself.
Strat's a bold
if
word
it doesn't work out.
To call it after a game like that. I don't know how much.
Well, they had a game plan going into it. The strategy backfired, but I have to assume they had a game plan. I mean, come on, Trent's is upper bracket.
Here, my thing is this TA is like 10th pick, and I don't know. I don't think it's a hero that. It's a 10th pick in a game where maybe your side lanes look kind of okay, but I find Templar Assassin has a very hard time having an impact on like the rest of the map early on, right? Like you had to farm into this Blink Dagger, and then the first Blink Dagger fight went horrendously. But you don't really rotate fast enough to other lanes, and those other lanes seem to be needing a little bit of assistance. They couldn't stand by themselves, and then with TA never getting snowballing, there's no Ancients, there's no Roche. This was Team Secret literally from the first 2 minutes.
Absolutely.